So now here's the second half, which has to do with sending cookies. So this is the part where we have a cookie jar. It has all these yummy cookies inside, and we have to decide which ones to automatically attach to a request. Now, so far we've said that you automatically attach if the cookie is relevant. But what does it mean for a cookie to be relevant? That's something we have to check. And again, we compare two values. One of the values are the attributes in the cookie itself. Remember how the cookie had all those different parts? It had name, it had value. Domain and path are two of the things in the cookie itself that you can check. And you compare them against the server you're trying to talk to. So for example, if I type www.evil.com into my browser and I press enter, then these two values in blue would be related to evil.com. So this is who I'm trying to talk to. This is the particular cookie that I'm trying to analyze. And the question I want to ask is whether this cookie is relevant for this particular request. Now, to answer that, we think about whether this is a suffix of this and whether this is a prefix of this. And I always forget which is a suffix and which is a prefix. So I'll show you a handy little trick for making it work. So you can read that later if you want. This is my little trick for seeing if it works. So here's what I do. This is the server URL that I'm trying to talk to. So I type this into my browser, I press enter, and my browser is about to make an HTTP request to this URL. But I cannot make the request right away. I first have to think about what cookies I want to attach. So for every cookie in my jar, I pull the cookie out, and I try to compare the cookie against the server URL and see if they're related, see if the cookie is relevant to decide whether or not the cookie is sent. So here's what I do. First, I find the slash, the first slash that appears, and I line it up. I put the domain on the left. I put the path on the right. So see here, I took the cookie domain. This is the value in the cookie. I lined it up here. I took the path, and I lined it up to the right. Now, all I have to check is whether this domain lines up with this domain, and if it does, then we say it's relevant. And then I check if this path matches with this path, and if they match, then I say that this is relevant. So that's all I have to do. Now, if you want to be more formal, you can say that this has to be a suffix of this. In other words, the value in blue has to end in the value in red. And to be more precise, on the path side, we can say that the value in blue has to begin with the value in red. But I never remember that stuff, so I just line this up and check both sides and see if I get matches. That's my little trick for checking if a cookie is relevant. So if both of them match, then I say this is a relevant cookie, and I send it along with this particular request. Now, here are some examples where it's not related. So here, I have a cookie with this domain and this path. I line them up. These two do not match, so this is not a relevant cookie. This cookie should only be sent to the exorcist path, and I am on the cryptoverse path, so it's no good. I don't send it. No sending. Here's another example where we may send, we may not send. So I look at it. Well, the thing on the right seems fine. It's proj2 in both cases. But the thing on the left doesn't match. That value in red does not match this value, so we are not good. This cannot be sent. This is an unrelated request. So that's how you check if cookies are sent.